What up, guys? Welcome back to the land of the baby heads. Today I'm backpacking back up at Lake Como because tomorrow myself, my mom, and Barb are gonna be doing the standard route on Ellingwood Point. The last time I did this peak, I did it via the South Zapata Lakes approach. Highly recommend doing it that way. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to check out that video. But tomorrow we'll be doing the standard route. It's like 85 degrees outside right now. Yesterday, Will and I did Wilson and then Gladstone, and then this morning we did Sneffels. So my legs don't have a lot of get up in them, but you know, what can you do? I parked down a ways, down at 8,300 because I was driving the Jeep Patriot, but nothing else we could do. We'll see you guys up at the lake. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about Ellingwood Point. So this is the second time I've done this peak. The first time I did it from the Zapata Lakes approach. I still highly recommend doing it that way. It'll give you a much more secluded experience. With some reasons for doing it via the standard route, which is what we did this time. You get to backpack Lake Como, which is super beautiful in its own right. It puts you much closer to Blanca and Little Bear if you want to get kind of all three in one trip. And the ascent up Ellingwood from Lake Como is actually a little bit lower class than the South Zapata Lakes approach. When doing it from Zapata Lake, it's like low to low mid class 3. If you do it the standard way from Lake Como, it maxes out at class 2. But anyway, jumping into the peak. So I've hiked up the Lake Como road just twice. The other time was doing Little Bear last year. I will admit, hiking the road was a much less enjoyable experience this time. For some reason, last time I didn't think it was so bad. This time, it was definitely a grind. Both times I made it to about 8,300 in my Jeep Patriot. I think most people park somewhere between 8,000 feet and 8,100 feet on the road. Anyone that goes higher than that is usually in some sort of Jeep or like, you know, something that can handle it. If you're hiking to Lake Como from 8,800, it's about 4.25, I think, to the lake. If you park all the way down at the two-wheel drive trailhead at 8,000, should be about 5.5 or 5.75 up to the lake, depending on where you camp. So Lake Como's at about 11.7. Depending on where you camp around the lake, there to the summit and back should be between 5 and 5.5 miles. And like I said, it maxes out at class 2. There's a great trail all the way from Lake Como up until about 13.3, which is where you actually leave the Blanca Peak route and start heading towards Ellingwood. From there, there's plenty of cairns to follow. Not really one established trail, but like enough cairns that you definitely know where you're going. And then obviously you can follow the 14ers route description if you need to. But yeah, we had a great time overall. Very proud of my mom and Barb for getting up there. And yeah, we had a great time. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, we made it up to the lake. That sucked a little more than I remember last time, but we made it. It took about 2 hours and 10 minutes. Met my mom and Barb. We got our tent set up. Just ate some dinner, and yeah, we'll go to bed. See you guys in the morning.
The next morning.
guys made it! Yay!
Yeah!
That was
that was a lame one. Do that again. Okay.
Yay!
Wow. Holy crapola. Uh-huh. Blanca looks so gnarly.
Made it.
That's amazing.
Hooray, we made it. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that episode. That was Ellingwood Point. I know I had a great time. I think my mom and Barb had a great time too. Overall, I would say the weekend couldn't have gone much better. That's peak number 42 for my mom and Barb, so super proud of them for getting another one in. It must have been like 10 or 15 years ago that they hiked Blanca Peak all the way from the bottom of the road by themselves in a single day, which is super impressive. So it's awesome that they were able to come back and get that other peak. That should be the last 14er content for this year. We do have one more video on a centennial that should be dropping in about a week, but nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed. Please do not like, do not subscribe, do not hit that notification bell, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.